Throughout a person's life, he will likely face at least one tragic event that will challenge his belief in Hashem and may even cause him to abandon his belief altogether. In Parshat Shmini, we see the importance and reward that come with maintaining belief in God, even in the most difficult of times. In chapter 10 of Vayikra, as the Kohanim prepared to carry out the task that Hashem asks of them, two of Aharon's sons, Nadav and Avihu, decide to offer an Eish Zarah, a foreign fire, before God. Hashem responds by sending his own fire, which descends upon and kills Nadav and Avihu. In a span of 2 verses, the Torah states that the sons brought a fire before Hashem, albeit one that Hashem had not commanded them, and were then killed. It then focuses on the reaction of their father, Aharon. Considering what he had just witnessed, it would not be surprising for Aharon to scream, curse, or question angrily God's decision to kill his 2 sons with such suddenness. What Aharon instead does is something completely different. As the verse states, Vayidom Aharon. Aharon was completely silent and still. The Gur Aryeh comments on the word Vayidom, he was silent, and asks why it is necessary. Since the verse never mentions that Aharon said anything in response to the deaths, isn't it therefore clear that he was silent? Why would the verse include the word Vayidom? The Gur Aryeh responds that the verse includes this word to specifically highlight the admirable quality of Aharon's reaction that brought forth this measure-for-measure reward, as follows. Since Aharon restrained himself from speaking out at a time when he may have felt angry at Hashem, he was rewarded by Hashem speaking to him exclusively in the coming verses. Due to holding back his own speech against God, God's speech was brought closer to Aharon. A separate midrash talks about Aharon's reward for his silence. Since he was modest in a time of horror and doubt, Aharon was allowed to bless the nation through the priestly blessing of Birkat Kohanim. I think that Hashem's rewarding of Aharon, whether it was through a personal conversation or through the Birkat Kohanim, shows that God values both our restraint in tragic times and the firmness and the religious belief of those who respond similarly to Aharon. While it can be very tough to keep our belief in God at all times, it is necessary to make the effort to do so. And it is also praiseworthy, as Aharon's being rewarded by Hashem reveals that his silence, stillness, and control were of utmost importance. In all aspects of life, we must consider that even something horrific may have an ultimate purpose behind it, and we must show our strength through restraint and control, as Aharon did through his silence. Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom.